Happy Friday! Today we're going to finish reading the book Ghost Town at Sundown. While we're reading, I really want you to think back and decide what your favorite Magic Treehouse book has been this year. It can be Ghost Town at Sundown or any of the other books that we've read. So let's finish Ghost Town at Sundown and be thinking about what your favorite was because that's what you'll write about after. Chapter 9, Lonesome Luke. The sun was low in the sky when they reached Rattlesnake Flats. "Just let us off at the front of the hotel," said Annie. "You sure the stage is coming through here?" said Slim. "Yep," said Jack and Annie together. In front of the hotel, Slim got down from Dusty. Then he helped Jack and Annie down. "I sure hope you'll come to Laramie and visit me," he said. He winked. "I might be needing some help on my book." "Sure," said Annie. Slim climbed back on Dusty. He looked down at Jack. "You know, Shorty, you might be short, but you're mighty tall in the brains." "Thank you," said Jack. "And smiley," Slim said. "Your great courage is nothing to smile about." "Thank you," said Annie. "Good luck with your writing, Slim," said Jack. "I'm grateful for you both for steering me straight," said Slim. "I promise to thank you someday." "Really?" said Annie. "A cowboy never goes back on his word," said Slim. Then he snapped his reins and Dusty looped down the street. "Bye, Slim!" yelled Annie. Slim coolly turned around one last time. He waved his hat and said, "So long, partners." Then he rode off into the sunset. Jack let out a deep sigh. "Okay, I'm ready to take my boots off now," he said. "Me too," said Annie. They sat down on the porch of the hotel and they started pulling off their boots. "There!" Jack got them both off. He wiggled his toes, then he took his sneakers out of his backpack and put them on. Annie put hers on too. "Man, sneakers never felt so good," said Jack. Suddenly, the sound of the piano was drifting through the air. "Lonesome Luke," said Annie. Remember, Lonesome Luke was the ghost that plays the piano. Jack grabbed his backpack. He and Annie crept across the porch. They pushed open the swinging doors. The piano was playing Red River Valley. Sitting on the piano stool was the dim but shimmering shape of a cowboy. Just then, the ghost of Lonesome Luke looked at Jack and Annie and waved his shimmering hand. Jack and Annie waved back. Then the ghost of Lonesome Luke faded away. Cold air blew past Jack and Annie. They both started to shiver. "Oh, man." "Let's go," breathed Jack. They leaped and dashed up the dusty road. They ran across the cracked ground and past the graveyard. They ran and ran until they reached the magic tree house. Annie grabbed the rope ladder. She hurried up and Jack followed. They were out of breath when they got inside the treehouse. Annie grabbed the ancient scroll and unrolled it. "Yay!" she said. The scroll had a glowing word across it. "Echo." "We got it right," said Annie. Jack grabbed the Pennsylvania book and pointed to the picture of Frog Creek Woods. "I wish we could go here." The wind started to blow and the treehouse started to spin faster and faster and faster until everything was still, absolutely still. Jack and Annie looked outside. The sun had slipped behind the trees of Frog Creek Woods. Annie still held the ancient scroll. She put it in the corner next to the scroll from their ocean trip. "Just 2 more to go," she said. "Yep," said Jack. He unzipped his backpack. He pulled out the Days of the Wild West book and put it on the stack of other books. "Ready?" he said. Annie was staring at the books. Her mouth dropped open. "What's wrong?" asked Jack. Annie just kept staring. "Have you gone nuts?" said Jack. Annie pointed to the Wild West book. "Read the cover," she said. Jack picked up the book and read the title out loud. "Days of the Wild West." He looked at Annie. "So?" "Keep reading," said Annie. "The author's name is below the title." In small letters, it read, "Slim Cooley." Jack gasped. His mouth dropped open too. He and Annie stared at the words for a long moment. Oh, man, said Jack. We were in Slim Cooley's book, the book he wrote after us. Jack and Annie shook their heads with wonder. Jack opened Slim's book. He looked at the title page. At the bottom of the page, he read, Texas Press, Dallas, 1895. Jack turned the page and read the dedication. With thanks to Smiley and Shorty, two strangers that changed my life. Jack looked at Annie. Slim dedicated his book to us. Yeah, said Annie. She smiled. Jack placed Slim's book back on the stack of books. Then he and Annie left the treehouse and climbed down the ladder. As they started through the woods, the trees were alive with bird sounds. The air felt soft and moist. Frog Creek seemed so peaceful, said Jack. No rattlers, no rustlers, no ghosts. Yeah, but no Slim Cooley either, said Annie sadly. I know, said Jack. But when we read his book, it's going to be like he's talking to us. Oh, right, said Annie. You mean like an echo from the past? Yeah. Wow, said Jack. Just then, out of the blue, a voice called, Jack! Annie! It's Dad, said Annie. Coming! She and Jack shouted. They ran all the way home through the long shadows of the setting sun. Here, okay, friends, that's the end of the book, okay? So now you're going to go to the writing video. While you're watching, really be thinking about what your favorite book from the year is. This is our last Magic Treehouse book, so you have so many to pick from. Have fun!